Today we're learning how caviar is made from sturgeon. Oh. Russian sturgeon produce one of the most expensive and sought-after caviar, and it's almost always imported from Russia and Europe. You usually don't find it raised in the US at all, but Marshallberg Farms is producing top-quality caviar in North Carolina, using sustainable aquaculture to raise this species, decreasing the demand on wild populations for this most profitable and high-demand delicacy.
Hello!
Hi, Sabine. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Welcome to Marshallberg Farm.
Thank you.
This is product from 4 different females. So you can see how different, this is the same species, all Russian sturgeon. That's a superior grade right there that you have
So
in
this
your
is
hand.
the top grade.
Yeah.
Superior.
Really good.
I mean, for people that have not had caviar, it's sort of what you'd expect by looking at it. They're these tiny little burst in your mouth eggs that are just so fresh and delicate and firm and just kind of pop. It's so delicious.
We raise Russian sturgeon here. Russian sturgeon is 1 out of 27 species of sturgeon.
Beluga is top tier.
Yes.
And this is Osetra.
Osetra,
right?
correct.
Which is still
the second,
up there, very
yes.
highly regarded.
So those are fingerlings right here. This is where we first add the fish into. It's better to put them in a smaller tank because you have better control over them.
How long does the process take start to finish?
About 7 years. It's a very long process.
So does that essentially mean that every 7 years you are starting over?
Well, out of a whole tank of females at 7 years, we may harvest 10 or 20% that have the quality and the standard that we want.
Okay.
The rest we will let go into another cycle and then look at them the next year.
They start in here, and then once they're big enough, they're transferred to the tanks in the other room?
Yes, and then when they're ready at about 7 years, we can take some females out, stage them, and harvest. And we try to harvest only what we feel is the top quality that can compare to wild-caught product. That's essentially what we're trying to do. We want to counter wild-caught sturgeon.
Right.
Marshallberg Farm believes that farming sturgeon can help wild populations survive. So you can't see from the outside what a sturgeon is, if it's a male or a female. You know, it's just a mystery.
Really?
So you have to look inside of the sturgeon. You have to screen them with ultrasound.
You're pulling fish out by hand, one by one, and ultrasounding them?
Yes.
They're huge. They're like mini sharks. And I have to stick my hands in there.
Walk like a farmer.
Like,
yeah, there you go. This is James Hetfield from Metallica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take up fish farming, yeah.
So we're just kind of like taking the nose up. Super easy.
Just like that.
I'm terrified I'm gonna drop one.
Grab it. Pick it up.
Go, go,
Pick it
go,
up.
go,
Pick it
go.
up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Don't
There
give
you go.
up.
Hold on. Hold
I
on.
don't wanna drop it! 5 hours later.
Quick, 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 quick,
Now,
quick,
fill it,
quick,
fill it, fill it, fill it.
Woo! We use an electric current to calm the fish down. It's a little tingle.
Yeah, it's so slight.
We take them out and they're awake. So that's why we don't like to use sedatives or CO2. Right. This is really the best method. There you go. Good job. We're looking at the muscle right here. That's the muscle. Underneath it's the gonad right there. So that shows me the white frickly stuff is that female is not ready yet. That one might have something. Well, maybe. Let's take a little biopsy here. You see the eggs right there? So that one's not ready yet, but she's close. She already has eggs. They're starting to get some coloration to them. So we're gonna probably look at this one again in 2 to 3 months.
Big fish.
So here you see the eggs. See how this is all the way filled? On the other one it was kind of ended here and you saw the guts on the bottom. Here this fish is completely packed full with eggs. So now we're gonna do a biopsy here as well. And here you see this one is more of an amber color here.
So the color's different.
Color is always different. It's nothing that we can really influence. The color is what it is. And you can see egg size is nice. We want them to be more than 2.5. So they're good. They're good to go. So this is our staging facility. Staging meaning purging the fish from any adverse taste that may be present in the eggs.
So they're being put in cleaner water, or?
Yes. There's always a concern about animal welfare in fish farming. You will not achieve your goal of a high quality product without keeping your fish happy. They're ready to go, pretty much. We make sure that throughout the staging process they have not resorbed their eggs and the quality is still good. If they have, it's not a huge deal. We put them back into the production tank, we feed them again, and we just have to wait another year or two.
So you were saying that if they're stressed out in any way, they will reabsorb their eggs.
Exactly.
So how are they euthanized?
So we use stunning. We remove them from the tank, we use a hammer, and we hit them right away. So it's a matter of 5 seconds and the fish is euthanized. So if you think about it, in wild fisheries, how do they do it? They throw them on a boat and they suffocate. And we're going to transfer this to a bowl of ice. All right, that is the roe.
So then what do you do with the fish?
We try to use everything. First thing,
that's really
is the
important.
swim bladder right here. You can use that for icing glass. It's very popular in beer filtering and also restoration of painting. Okay. And then we utilize, all other kinds of parts, the whole fish, the meat.
You're selling the meat of the fish as well?
Yes.
How many will you harvest in a day?
Up to 14.
Oh wow, it's more firm than I thought. What's the grading system?
We only have 2 major grades, and that's the Superior, that's our highest grade, and the Classic. The Superior has the largest egg, typically lighter shades, and a very firm texture after salting. Now the Classic, they're just a little bit softer in texture, and they tend to be a little darker in egg shade.
How much do you sell your premium?
So at wholesale price, we sell it for $1,300 a kilo, and then retail it'll be much more. And then the Classic goes for $9.50 a kilo. Some distributors, some restaurants, and then we have a retail shop for customers. Now we are going to rinse this. If that happens, what's going to happen a month later is it's going to literally start tasting very fishy.
This is like a caviar snow cone.
It is.
Thank you so much for taking me through your facility today.
You're very
It was a really rewarding, special day. This is just, it's in a way changed my view on farmed fish.
I think you did really well today.
Oh, thank you.
You did a very good job. You
took a little long to get those fish out of there.
You didn't drop a fish.
For more how to make it, click here.